Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Let's tap right into the read. See what storyline Spirit would like to share with you this afternoon. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy, please, Spirit. What storyline would you like to share with the collective? Please, Spirit. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Thank you. In the central energy, we've got the sun, a rebirth, all is well, success, challenged by, somebody's challenged by 10 of Pentacles reversed. A financial failure or loss, and lack of stability. So your success may have caused somebody else a failure. In the subconscious, the Hermit. You may be in solitude. You may be just doing research or learning, looking into a situation, or doing whatever it is that you need to do to seek guidance. Maybe you're connecting with Source, doing your thing. In the recent past, we've got the Page of Wands, freedom. A new plan, a new potential. Exploring a new potential. Intentions and expectations. Death reversed. It could be a personal transformation, or there could be somebody holding on to whatever it is that you got going on. In the near future, the Eight of Cups. Could be that your freedom here, your success, your successful rebirth has caused instability for somebody. Your freedom has them in a fearing change, and in the near future they're in a disappointment. An Eight of Cups. They have to walk away. The lens is being looked through. Whoa, that one came right out of there, didn't it? Just Three of Swords in the upright. So an emotional pain and suffering at this separation. In the environment, well, we've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Somebody's going through, or there's breaking cycles. It could be breaking cycles here regarding love and union. Breaking bad luck cycles. Somebody's resistant to change because you are entering into the strength the strength of two together. Somebody's going to be going through a negative phase because you're with somebody here. You're not alone. You might be picking up on some really uh, angry energy. It's like, it's a fearful kind of a thing. It's like this friction, right? The 10 of Pentacles. Somebody is losing everything because you're this sun here with your rebirth, and you're here independent and free. And so they're really having a hard time of it. Hopes and fears. The Chariot. You've gained a victory here. You and the strength of two together here. You've gained a victory. You're going on. You're moving on. There could be like this. Well, let's see. What's the outcome, Spirit? Ace of Pentacles. Prosperous new venture. A cycle is about to begin anew. Better health, a new career. And it's funny that this is the season of the harvest, and on this card it says, be sure that you are prepared to harvest the gift of the Pentacles once it arrives. So there is opportunity here that is ready here with the Chariot here, victory and forward momentum. And you've got the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands and the Queen of Swords is here with clear boundaries and celebration with the community or a team. Okay. Looks like you're about ready to leave whatever it is that's been dragging on you behind. I don't know if you've noticed some kind of energies that are very agitating. Not necessarily agitating. It feels almost like a tension headache, It's almost like that, the energy. Just feels kind of like that. And that's this. That's this energy. Whatever this is, it's this disappointment and emotional pain and grief. They're resistant to change. They're going to be going through a negative phase because you broke the cycle and you're free, which causes them bad luck. They're going to be in serious... You're left. You left and they've lost all the pentacles. They could be going through some hardship because you're here in the sun energy. All is well. Rebirth. Success. Haunted. They're haunted. They're haunted by your celebration. They've lost everything. Financial failure, lack of stability. There's discord everywhere. They could be mentally haunted, literally or figuratively. They can't get it out of their mind. Because you've got this rebirth here. You're in a state of fun and joy. All is well. The sun is shining on you. You survived. You survived. They're haunted because they lost everything, because you survived. Here you are in a rebirth. And they're like amping out. They're freaking out. It's not going well for them, according to the energy. In the subconscious, you're sitting here in the hermit mode. You might be alone, just generating your happiness, soul searching, wondering what it is you're going to do with your freedom here, right? Obviously, you're not alone. You survived. And it's not just you here that survived. You're not here alone. See? You're not here alone. This could be, I don't know. Woo, we got justice. Soul searching. Truth seeking. This person is haunted because you survived and justice is being served. A light is being shined on everything and they've lost everything. It's been shown that they're a thief. You're entering into a time of limitless potential. You just recently have. You've got your freedom. This is excitement. You've broken away from this, whoever this is. Self-preservation. Survival. They may have tried to do something, I don't know if if something happened in the ethers, if somebody attacked you spiritually. Of course it all is, isn't it? It's all spiritual warfare. So this is exciting times. You've gained your freedom. You were able to preserve self. You survived, and now they've lost everything. And here they are with death in the reverse. They're like resistant to change, fearing change. There could be decay, like everything's falling apart. Everything's falling a freaking apart. They're in an 8 of Cups here. They want to escape. They're feeling abandoned because you survived. They've lost everything. You're taking it. Oh, wise guy in the reverse. Leaving behind. You could be leaving behind the wise guy. The wise guy is getting left behind. The wise guy wasn't so wise. 3 of Swords here. A divorce, a breakup. They're in a suffering state. They were disloyal. They betrayed you. Perfection. They're confused. They see you as perfect, or perhaps you handled this perfectly. Perhaps it was perhaps they see you as perfection. And they're going through a Wheel of Fortune reversed. Again, resistant to change. Resistant to change. Death reversed. Wheel of Fortune reverse. They're resisting this the whole way. It's a negative phase, and they have no control over your love, over your harmony, over you survived here and you're together here. And they have no control over it. It's a deep love. Somebody sees you as perfect. Maybe they see you as perfect. You've got your Chariot here. Like, this one is afraid of you leaving, and you're like, I'm hoping, get in that Chariot and go on, right? One's afraid of it and one is hoping for it. Well, vanity. You've gained a victory over vanity, over those who were vain. And you've got an Ace of Pentacles here, a new beginning, a new prosperous beginning. Teacher. It could be that you're going to get into a teaching role. Maybe you'll be teaching people what you did in order to pull through this scenario. It could be. Remember, martyr. There's a remembrance. You're being remembered. This player martyred you. A being of service. And you survived. It could be that you're the teacher. You know, and you wonder, you know, about the mindset of some of these folks, what they were taught, how they were taught to get along and stuff. The wise guy wasn't wise. It's proven here. The light's being shined on it, and justice is being served. And they're losing everything. 10 of Pentacles reversed, and they have to walk away. Unworthy. So you're the sun. You're this sunny, warm, vital force, right? All is well for you. These ones are haunted because they're unworthy. They've been seen as unworthy by the justice system, perhaps by others who are aware of this circumstance and this situation. They're challenged because you survived, and they've lost everything. Justice is being served. The law could be on their butt. Soul contract. Soul contract. So they could be challenged that you survived and you're in a soul contract. With someone new. They could be challenged because you survived a soul contract with them. They martyred you. They're being detached. Justice. The truth is here. They're found unworthy. And you've got your freedom here with limitless potential. You were able to preserve yourself. You're alive. You know, you may not be feeling real hot. You know, you're still kind of healing and stuff. But here you are. I mean, there is excitement here. You've got a free spirit. Self-love. Self-love, self-preservation. And that's not ego. That is saying my life and the divine within me is valuable, just as valuable as anybody else. And so you really poured it on when everybody decided to kick you in the teeth and try to destroy you. You're like, you really had to double it up and take care of yourself and get through that. And I think in the process, you found out that in this scenario, you were the most important person in it to you. That's what happens when people abuse you. It's like all of a sudden you can either say see yourself as they see you, or you can reject that and say, oh no, I'm the most important person here to me, and I'm going to preserve myself. I'm going to save myself by loving myself. And healing myself. And that's what you did. And so now these ones are in fear. It could be they're in fear because you underwent a personal transformation. They want to escape. It could be that you underwent a personal transformation through this process and escaped their clutches. You survived, and they're now in fear and resistant to change and want to escape because all of a sudden they're not so wise. You know, everybody thought they were the big shot, right? And now all of a sudden they're not. They want to escape. They're getting left behind. They have to leave it behind. They've lost everything. Habits came out in the reverse. You didn't have any bad habits. You didn't have any bad habits. You loved yourself. And you transformed. You were like in that chrysalis or whatever, right? And all of a sudden the sun shined and you like came out of it, and like all of a sudden you were like a butterfly or whatever, however that works in your story. This wise guy isn't so wise. They got to walk away because you had no bad habits. All you did was transform. You could have went into hibernation mode and just went in deep and fortify your connection with source and like really moved through it, you know? And so you are here, there's this disconnection from this wise guy, and it could be seen that you did so perfectly. You're here with your new connection, the strength of two together. Whoever this is that you survived with, both of you survived. You may have been mirroring experiences. You've broken the cycle, and now these ones are going on in a bad way. Mend. Your hearts will mend. Your hearts will mend. You're going to fix the connection regarding union. This was a really rough thing. And you've gained victory over vanity. You're being detached from it. You're being detached from it. And, wow. And it looks like this vanity that had no appreciation for you is going to get a reciprocity. It could be that you are moving into, you've gained a victory and you're having, there's reciprocity for everyone. The vain people who didn't appreciate you are going to get receive what they gave, and you're moving into equal give and take union here. You've got a new financial opportunity, a new venture. You might be becoming a teacher. You might be teaching these whatever survival skills. You might be teaching about how to care for self so that you can pull through tremendous amounts of whatever betrayal and abuse, you know. You might be teaching how important and valuable it is, what it took for you to pull through this scenario. We got commitment in the reverse. We're going to get some more clarification out here to see that. So there's somebody, so there's no commitment with those who have secrets. Okay. So there's no commitment with those who kept secrets. The third party passion players that were unsatisfied, so they had a whole bunch of secrets and they didn't commit to anything. And you're not gonna. There won't be any commitment to them. Is the way I'm seeing that. So there's no commitment with the third parties. Is the way I'm going to see that. They're challenged because you're in a new soul contract. Both of you survived. And you're in the environment together. And this is like two hearts as one, right? Like they're bound together. The connection is fixed. So you've got the sun here. And you know what's awesome is I got home tonight, and before I sat here, I went out and sat in the sunshine, which was really nice. Rebirth, all is well. Somebody's haunted. They're found unworthy. You survived, and so they've lost a fortune. They've lost your fortune, and now you're in a new soul contract. Yeah. Many flames. Distant. Many flames. It's like distant. It's like what I'm getting from this is that they're going to go where all the flames that they put out during this, they're haunted. It's like all the flames that they put out are haunting them now from a distance. It's like they're being haunted by those who they put out their lights, just like they wanted to do you, but you survived. And because you survived, they've lost everything. It's like there's exposure. There's exposure and justice is being served. They're getting detached because you survived. And they're being haunted by the many flames they put out. and they're challenged because they've lost everything. You survived. You're in a new soul contract, and you're not grieving. There's no reason for you to grieve. It's like this is a very happy time for you. The light has been shined on this because you did survive. You were able to pull forth evidence and whatever about the truth of this, both of you, and they are being detached now. Woo! And it's like you're fierce. You're fierce. Protecting yourself. There's excitement here. You've gained your freedom. You were able to preserve self through self-love. Could be that you're still trying to heal. And these ones are wanting to escape because things are, or maybe it says rocky. It has been a rough road for you. Yeah. It was a rough road for you. And you escaped those who were using love as an escape route. See, it sounds to me like you got sucked into something, and then they martyred you and thought they were going to get all this stuff, but you survived, and then all of a sudden the truth is out. Yeah. The lights shined on it, and justice is like, whoa. So yeah, you survived, and a really rocky road through loving yourself, through finding value in your own life and protecting it however you could. You know, and gently. You didn't get militant. You didn't go warlike. You didn't want to go, destroy the world. No, what you did is you healed. You went inside and you said, oh, honey, you are so special. Let me love you, right? And then you escaped. Those who were using love as a weapon. Making life hard for others. That's wild. Oh, and check it out. We got to escape there, and now these people, or whoever this is in a death reverse. They're fearing change, and we got to escape again. Now that's their turn to escape. How ironic. So the wise guy isn't so wise. They're in an 8 of Cups. And you have no habits except for maybe loving yourself and doing whatever it was that you had to do to pull yourself through this. So you have no habits, and everything's falling apart. Everything's in pieces for this person. Everything fell apart. 3 of Swords, heartbreak, sorrow. And then and I believe you are seen as perfection, or perhaps this whole thing just wound up being perfect. Isn't that amazing? Perfection. You handled it perfectly. You handled it perfectly. And because you did, everything for this person is in ruins now. And they're struggling. They're struggling. They're in a heartbreak. 3 of Swords. Everybody's taking notes. Like, out there in the outgoing energy, it's like a new venture, a new job, and it says teacher. It could be that people think, or whoever is in the justice system or whatever, thinks that you, or whoever's divvying out justice, thinks that however you handled this situation and these circumstances was perfect. And it may be that they're going to ask if you want to teach people maybe how to strengthen and fortify themselves so that they can be better equipped to pull through something like this. Or perhaps there's people out there who are in need of pulling through a circumstance and they may need assistance. So you're breaking the cycle, at least for yourself, and these ones are resistant to change. They want to, they don't have any control. They don't have any control because you are here with a deep love, this soul contract. Justice is served and your hearts are mended. It's like you're together here, like as you share one heart. So it's wonderful. And it's burned. You've been hurt before, so it's hard for you to trust. Let someone in and love again. And that is understandable. You know, if both of you were mirroring experiences and both of you had to survive something like this, it was incredible. So you would know exactly how freaking, you know, fierce it was. So you would have an understanding, maybe, at least some idea of the other's experiences. So, and then there's needs. If emotional needs aren't being met, it's time to reassess. Touch is important too. So, you know, it's like, yeah. It's time for the heart to mend. It's time to mend. I'm going to, let me please just be right back. My buzzer's buzzing. Oops. Thanks, everybody. Sorry about that. Got my lasagna in the oven. All right. So, yeah, it looks like both of you had to like really get into the self-love business in order to pull through this, because you really probably had, you know, many people coming after you, trying to bury you here, and you're leaving. You're leaving. You're leaving this behind into an equal give and take. You're leaving behind these vain people who have no ability to appreciate anything. Yeah, you're leaving them. And they're feeling broken. They're all childish, right? You're leaving childish business behind. You're done. You're not going to play these games. So, yeah, a new venture, a new financial opportunity. And it looks like maybe you're going to be a teacher. There's no commitments with these third parties. It's like maybe you're going to teach people how, yeah, you're going to teach people how to perhaps spot a third party person and how to avoid making commitments to them. This is your new venture as a teacher. You're going to teach people how to avoid commitments with third parties. And you could also probably teach them about, you know, loving self and you know, finding value in the divine in you, you know, and, you know, really sticking up for it when nobody else will. Facing it. You know something isn't right, and don't be afraid to find out the truth. It will set you free. You know, I mean, So it looks like, you might be teaching a new way of a new perspective, or helping people, perhaps find a way to see things in a different way. I don't know how you're going to do that. You're going to help them get beyond the blind spot, maybe. It's going to be hard. Because perhaps they're feeling crushed by the dark side. Somebody's looking for an exit plan here. It could be maybe some are looking for an exit plan. Whether it's a micro or a macro, however it fits with your story or your perspective. It's over. All is well for you. Whoever this is that's been found unworthy, they could be at a distance from you. They're being haunted by all of the flames they put out right now. They're not your friend. They were never your friend. Unworthy. You're a better person than I. They're challenged because it was fleeting success. Their abundance was yours. And they martyred you for it. But you survived whatever curses, whatever they did to make your life rocky. We got denial. They're in denial. They're in denial. The Hermit card is here. The light is being shined on this situation because you survived. You were able to bring forward truth and clarity to the reality. And they're being detached. And you were fierce. You're very fierce. And it says you act aggressive, but you are just protecting yourself. And also it says soften your heart so you can feel again. Now both of you have been through some tremendous trials, but everything here is like, yeah, you're protecting yourself. Your heart is like, boom, you've been hurt before, and it says trust and love. It's time to reassess. I don't know, man. All right, so they're in denial. Okay, so you got the Hermit here with Justice. They're being detached. You act fierce. These ones, they're being detached. They're not at peace. They don't have any peace. Maybe there hasn't been any peace. Maybe they're acting aggressive. They're being detached. They're not at peace. We've got adversity. They can no longer bring you adversity. The justice system is saying, no, you cannot do that. And you've got here the Page of Wands. So there's excitement. You've got your freedom. You've got all this potential, limitless potential coming your way. You were able to preserve yourself by loving yourself. You were able to escape this rocky path that they had mapped out for you. Balance, balance. So you were able to preserve yourself and maintain balance by tenderly caring for yourself when the world was brutalizing you. You underwent a personal transformation. It's like that phoenix rising, right? And you just flew right out of there. You grew your wings and you said, I'm out of here. And now these ones wish they were out of there. Growth, yeah, check it out. Growth. You expanded in consciousness and awareness. Like whatever this was, it could have really, like you may have had to do a lot of investigative work. You may not have known what hit you, you know. You may have been hit like a Mack truck and you may have had to figure out what was going on, right? So you underwent a personal transformation. You escaped. You escaped those who were trying to use you as an escape route. They were trying to... That's wild. They were trying to use you as an escape route. You're a being of service. You feel good when you can help others. You had no real bad habits. And everything's fallen apart now. Because you always pick up the pieces when things fall apart. And now you can now you're getting the complete package. Grief. This wise guy wasn't so wise, and they're in grief, they're in disappointment, they're in 8 of Cups. They got to leave everything behind. They got to leave everything behind. Leave it all behind. 3 of Swords, they were disloyal. They're in suffering. And you handled it perfectly. And the things that you no longer need are falling away. Everything's falling apart. Everything's falling apart for this person. They have no discipline. You handled the situation perfectly. There were, I don't know, I guess, there may have been a lot of folks in this world who handled very similar circumstance differently, and you know how that is. We all have similar experiences. Everybody responds to it differently depending on their upbringing, location, and habitual patterns and all of that. And we all have different experiences with very similar situations. So it's just really interesting. Okay, so we got forgiveness. You broke the cycle. You broke the cycle. That's like being a catalyst for change, right? You survived, and because you survived, you were able to be a catalyst for this change by presenting truth from firsthand experience, right? You survived. And it's like, and then the investigation happens. And we have forgiveness here. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And it's like you two are going to heal each other. You two are going to heal each other. Or there's a possibility, there's a potentiality. You've been burned, you've been hurt before. It's going to be hard to trust. Going to have to let someone in to love again. Needs, if emotional needs aren't being met, it's time to reassess. Touch is important too. So, and then you've got forgiveness. So harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So that needs to be probably thought about if there is this thing going on. You can heal each other with honesty. You can heal each other with honesty about what happened. And with patience. So there's a victory here. And you're going on a journey of reciprocity, equal give and take. These whoever is this vanity that was so unappreciative is feeling broken and childish. They're childish. They're feeling broken because you're leaving. You're in your chariot. You're leaving. You're leaving. You're a being of service. You feel good when you can help others. And it could, what could it be that before you even arrived here, you knew you were diving into something like this. And then you lost your memory. And both of you survived. Beings of service, here as a catalyst for change regarding unions and third party scenarios and the thievery of life and material items and stability for the family unit and children that were created in those. So this is really wonderful. This sounds really big. It's almost like you came from another place, like another place, a higher dimensional space. And you survived. You lived to tell about it. And now you're going to be, look, you're an abundant, limitless being. You can manifest whatever it is. You set your, manifest whatever you desire in the physical reality. There's a new venture of prosperity, a new career as a teacher. It's like you're going to be teaching people how not to make commitments with third parties. You're going to, I guess, you lived through it. So there's a facing it. Something isn't right, and don't be afraid to find out the truth. It will set you free and make you an abundant, limitless being. There's surrender. There's a surrender here. So surrender your need to control. Somebody has to surrender their need to control. They're in regret. And they're lonely, or they will be facing loneliness because of their guilt that you had to persevere through. They failed, they're suffering failure, and this is over. There's death. And, you gained your freedom because in your mind, you chose to focus on the lighter side of life. You chose to be love. You filled your mind with this. You filled your mind with that, and you maintained your balance, and you preserved yourself with love. When it was stripped from you, you gave it to you. And, probably whoever it was that you were fortifying connection to, source. Whatever that means to you. So, you were fortified. This is amazing. And they talk about, this could be like, I don't know. This is like spiritual warfare regarding the wealth and prosperity of the familial unit. The balance and harmony and the love, honor, and respect of that unit. This is really cool. It makes you wonder. Wonder, wonder, whom be do? Who wrote the book of love? I love stories like these. All right, so you got the sun here. Rebirth, all is well. Somebody is haunted by all of the flames that they put out. They've been found unworthy. They were not your friend, or they're unworthy of friendship. They could be at a distance. They're in a nightmare. They're at a distance. They're in a nightmare. They're in a nightmare because they've lost everything. They're in a Ten of Pentacles reversed. They're in denial. You survived. And you're in a new contract, a new soul contract, and you're not grieving. You triumphed. The lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. And you know, this is like exponential growth in consciousness and awareness, right? Personal transformation. When you deep dive into the darkness and then have to rise like the phoenix, you know? Friendship, team, connection, network. So yeah, the Hermit's here shining a light. Could be your friends shining a light, your team, your network. There's justice being delivered. There's no more adversity. It's being detached. They're not at peace because you're being fierce. You're being fierce. You might be. People might see you as aggressive. You have a vow. You're protecting your vow. You're honoring your vow with each other and with spirit, source. Saving. Take it however that resonates for you. You know, this is a catalyst for change, and so it's like everything's shifting. Excitement and freedom. Somebody's suffering a loss. They want to escape. They're afraid of change. You've grown in consciousness and awareness. You got out of this jam. You survived. Ooh. These ones, the wise guy wants to escape confinement, or you escaped confinement. Take it as it resonates. I think it's going to work both ways in this scenario. Because this was like, you know, mirroring. It's like they were trying to make you wear their karma or whatever, their fate. And it didn't work out. You survived. You triumphed. And you're in soul contract. Whew, man, you guys got some stuff. Bully. A bully, a wise guy wasn't so wise. They're in grief. This bully is in grief. They're in an Eight of Cups. Disappointment. They want to escape. You have no habits. You always pick up the pieces. It's like when things fell apart, and now you're coming in with the complete package. It's like you both have been through this together, but apart kind of thing. And you're leaving this behind. There's a Three of Swords here. Divorce. For this whole scenario, you handled it perfectly. They're struggling. Everything is in ruins. They have no discipline. They want to apologize. You broke the cycle. They're resistant to change. You've got the strength of two together, a deep love. Your hearts are as one. You've been hurt before. You're going to learn to love again, to feel again, to let go of any resentment, being honest and patient with each other. This is awesome. It's love. Hesitation in the reverse. There's no hesitation. There's no confusion. There's no worry. You're in your chariot here. An equal give and take. Those who are vain and did not appreciate you are feeling broken and childish right now because you are beings of service who are leaving. Memory. You're going to be a memory. Soon you will be nothing more than a memory. But I don't know. You've got the Ace of Pentacles here, a new career as a teacher, teaching how not to get in commitments with third-party entities. And there is facing it to be aware of it. It's like a new school subject or whatever. So it's like, something isn't right. Don't be afraid to find out the truth. It will set you free and allow you to be an abundant, limitless being. That's amazing. This is so expressive. Oh, man. Folks are furious about it. Their strategy, their mind reading, their predictions of gaining your vitality or whatever. They're furious about the strategy to gain your vitality. Or maybe they're furious about your strategy for a new family tree, for growth, for the future, for justice. Justice. No more adversity. No more adversity. There is a new career of a teacher, of teaching how not to get involved with third party or not to get married into a third party commitment. This is going to be part of the lesson. This is part of history. This is an amazing thing. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and leave this one here. I hope this clarifies something that you already intuitively knew, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody.